In the 90s, muscle cars weren't just about raw power, they became legends. Today, some of these forgotten beasts are selling for shocking prices at auctions.
Let's dive into 10 90s muscle cars that are worth way more than you think.
1993 GMC Typhoon. 1993 GMC Typhoon specs. Engine, turbocharged 4.3-liter V6. Transmission, 4-speed AT. Power, 280 horsepower. Torque, 330 lb-ft. GMC Cyclone is a muscle truck that made an enormous impact, outpacing contemporaries like the Ferrari 340 ATS. Even though its Typhoon sibling wasn't quite as quick off the line and was producing greater quantities, 2,998 Cyclones versus 4,697 Typhoons, the SUV averages nearly as much as its pickup counterpart. Of the 2 years that GMC produced a Typhoon, 1993 makes for a more expensive option. The SUV averages $33,186 for 1992 and $42,406 for 1993, putting it within a few $100s of the Cyclone at $42,943. Interestingly, the most valuable Typhoon sold for more than double the most valuable Cyclone, as a 688-mile example recently closed on Bring a Trailer for $226,000. 1995 Ford Mustang SVT Cobra R. 1995 Ford Mustang SVT Cobra R specs. Engine, 5.8-liter V8. Transmission, 5-speed MT. Power, 300 horsepower. Torque, 365 lb-ft. After the success of the Cobra R in 1993, Ford's SVT division decided to give Mustang performance fans an encore for 1995. Because of the low production numbers and upgraded performance, Cobra R's average more than double that of their non-R counterparts, $20,546 for the 1995 model year. So, although most SN95 Mustangs tend to be pretty affordable, you'll find that nice SVTs can fetch hefty sums at auction. The Hagerty price tool values a Consource example at $89,900, and Classic.com's highest recorded sale comes in at $80,000. 1991 Pontiac Firebird Firehawk. 1991 Pontiac Firebird Firehawk specs. Engine, 5.7-liter V8. Transmission, 6-speed. Power, 350 horsepower. Torque, 390 lb-ft. Among late-model Pontiac Firebirds, the Firehawk rules the roost, certainly from a collectability standpoint. Because General Motors had discontinued production of Poncho V8s starting in 1981, the brand had to turn to other outfits to give its Camaro counterpart the performance it deserved. Street Legal Performance SLP modified a total of 25 cars over a 2-year run, fitting each one with a 350 horsepower Chevy 350 small block V8, a 6-speed ZF transmission, 1 LE brakes, as well as a Dana 44 rear end and 275/40 of 17 tires. Buyers could further upgrade their Firehawks with elements from the competition package, including 4-piston Brembos, 5-point harnesses and Recaro seats, and even a fuel cell. As only 8 cars were ordered in 1991, the nicest Consource examples are capable of hitting 6 figures, valued at $105,000 per Hagerty's price tool. 1992 Dodge Viper RT10. 1992 Dodge Viper RT10 specs. Engine, 8-liter V8. Transmission, 6-speed MT. Power, 400 horsepower. Torque, 465 lb-ft. The Dodge Viper is technically a muscular sports car, but we felt that it was worth including, if only because Chrysler's 90s lineup was otherwise sorely lacking in power. In any case, the first generation makes for one of the best modern analogs to the Shelby Cobra, packing a thundering engine, an open-top construction, and some side-exiting exhaust. The Lamborghini-developed V10 engine produced 400 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, enabling 4.3 seconds 0 to 60 miles per hour, and if you were daring enough to attempt to tame the snake, a 168 mile per hour top speed. Across the SR1 generation, Vipers average $49,602 for the 1992 to 1996 model years. However, first-year examples average almost double that, $98,406, as a mere 285 cars rolled off the line. 1993 Ford Mustang SVT Cobra R. 1993 Ford Mustang SVT Cobra R specs. Engine, 5-liter V8. Transmission, 5-speed MT. Power, 235 horsepower. Torque, 280 lb-ft. Among 80s and 90s sports cars, there are few that can match the Fox body Mustang when it comes to recent appreciation, as Ford's third-generation pony car has seen a marked uptick at auction, no matter the trim level. Being one of the most potent expressions of Fox body performance, then, it should be no surprise that the SVT division's Cobra R commands commensurate value. Despite Hagerty's price tool valuation being $104,000 for an excellent example, Classic.com's average sale price comes to $151,057. Even the lowest sale falls at $118,000, while the most expensive of the 250 Cobra Rs sold managed to clear $211,000 during a bring-a-trailer auction in 2024. These cars prove that the 90s muscle scene is hotter than ever, with values climbing higher every year. Which one would you want in your garage? Drop your pick in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic car stories.
1996 Chevrolet Impala SS. 1996 Chevrolet Impala SS engine, 5.7-liter LT1 V8. Transmission, 4-speed AT. Power, 260 horsepower. Torque, 330 lb-ft. Between the slippery looks and the luxury trimmings, we'll admit that Lincoln's Mark 8 challenges the definition of a traditional muscle car in more ways than one. However, this upscale 90s coupe was really an unsuspecting performance machine, and it's another sleeper that carried the spirit of the muscle car concept into the pre-2000 era with a big engine under the hood. At its heart was the all-aluminum 4.6-liter DOHC Intech V8, derived from Ford's modular engine family and closely related to the one found in the Mustang SVT Cobra. Producing 280 horsepower in early models and 290 horsepower in the later LSC versions, the Mark 8 could sprint from 0 to 60 miles an hour in just over 6 seconds, a figure that surprised many considering its luxury-bent mission. Coupled with independent rear suspension and adaptive air ride, it delivered a refined yet capable driving experience that set it apart from the era's more brutish muscle cars. While standard models typically change hands for $15,000 or less, it's the collector's editions, distinguished by unique badging, rich wood trim, embroidered floor mats, and exclusive color options that have caught the eyes of enthusiasts. Over the last Classic.com auctions, these special trims have averaged $28,000, signaling growing interest in the Mark 8 as a collectible. Today, the Lincoln Mark 8 stands as one of the most intriguing performance bargains of the 90s, a luxurious cruiser with the soul of a muscle car hiding Corvette-level performance beneath a velvet glove. For collectors looking beyond the obvious, this is one modern classic that continues to rise in appreciation and value. 1998 Lincoln Mark 8. 1998 Lincoln Mark 8 engine, 4.6-liter V8. Transmission, 4-speed automatic. Power, 280 horsepower. Torque, 290 lb-ft. Between the slippery looks and the luxury trimmings, we'll admit that Lincoln's Mark 8 challenges the definition of a traditional muscle car in more ways than one. However, this upscale 90s coupe is really an unsuspecting performance vehicle, and it's another sleeper that carried the spirit of the muscle car concept into the pre-2000 era with a big engine under the hood. Powered by a 4.6-liter DOHC Intech V8, making 280 to 290 horsepower, the Mark 8 shared much of its engineering DNA with the Mustang Cobra of the same era. This meant that beneath the polished exterior, buyers got a surprisingly quick machine capable of 0 to 60 miles an hour in just over 6 seconds. The car also featured independent rear suspension and adaptive air suspension, giving it a balance of comfort and handling that few American luxury coupes could match at the time. While standard models typically change hands for $15,000 or less, it's the collector's editions that have started turning heads at auctions. Distinguished by unique badging, exclusive color options, richer wood trim, and embroidered floor mats, these final year models represent the most desirable version of the Mark 8. In fact, over the last several Classic.com auctions, collector's editions have averaged $28,000, showing that enthusiasts are beginning to recognize the car's blend of performance and exclusivity. More than just a luxury cruiser, the Mark 8 is now seen as a hidden gem of the 90s performance scene, a stylish V8-powered sleeper that bridged the gap between traditional American muscle and modern performance coupes. 1999 Ford SVT Lightning. 1999 Ford SVT Lightning engine, 5.4-liter V8. Transmission, 4-speed AT. Power, 360. Torque, 440 pound-feet. 90s muscle trucks like the GMC Cyclone, Chevrolet 454 SS, and Ford SVT Lightning were instrumental in the creation of the modern performance pickup movement, combining raw power with everyday usability in a package that could truly embarrass contemporary sports cars. These trucks proved that performance wasn't limited to coupes and sedans, and they paved the way for today's high-horsepower pickups like the Ram TRX and Ford Raptor R. If you're after an affordable entry point, the first-generation SVT Lightning, 1993 to 1995, is often available for $20,000 or less, giving enthusiasts a relatively accessible way into the world of collectible performance trucks. With its 240-horsepower 5.8-liter V8, sport-tuned suspension, and unique styling cues, it set the stage for what would follow. However, it's the second-generation Lightning that has become the real collector darling. Packing a supercharged 5.4-liter Triton V8, producing 360 horsepower in early models and 380 in later years, this truck could rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in around 5.4 seconds, making it one of the fastest production pickups of its time in the late 1990s, and it cemented the Lightning's reputation as a true street machine. Naturally, values reflect that performance. The first-year second-gen trucks now average $32,037, according to Classic.com sales data, while Haggerty places a good condition example at $32,200. For trucks in pristine or low-mileage condition, however, prices can soar to $53,200 or more, a testament to their growing desirability among collectors. Today, the SVT Lightning stands as one of the ultimate symbols of 90s muscle ingenuity, a truck with the heart of a sports car and the utility of a pickup, and one that continues to climb the collector ladder as enthusiasts recognize its unique place in performance history. 1999 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. 1999 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am engine, 5.7-liter V8. Transmission, 6-speed MT. Power, 305 horsepower. Torque, 330 lb-ft. Pontiac's most collectible Firebirds tend to come from the 1960s and 1970s, which means those produced after 1980 are usually much more affordable. While many fourth-generation Firebirds make for solid budget-friendly options, the 30th Anniversary Edition Trans Am built for 1999 is a notable exception, pushing values higher than you might expect. Limited to just 1,600 units, this anniversary special stood out immediately thanks to its distinctive Arctic white paint scheme with bright blue stripes, a nod to Pontiac's legendary heritage. The package also included blue-tinted 17-inch wheels, unique badging, white leather seats with embroidered logos, and a serialized dash plaque that made every car feel truly special. Under the hood, buyers got the 5.7-liter LS1 V8, rated at 320 horsepower, paired to either a 6-speed manual or 4-speed automatic. While performance couldn't quite match the ultra-rare SLP Firehawk, The anniversary Trans Am was still one of the quickest American performance cars of its day, with 0 to 60 miles per hour times in the low 5 seconds and quarter-mile runs in the high 13s. Values reflect its blend of exclusivity and performance. Classic.com records the average sale price at $32,221, while Hagerty estimates excellent examples at $37,100 and pristine concourse cars at $51,100. For collectors, this makes the 30th anniversary edition a sweet spot. Rare enough to stand out, but still attainable compared to earlier Trans Ams or ultra-limited Firehawks. Today, the 1999 30th anniversary Trans Am represents not only one of the most desirable late-model Firebirds, but also a celebration of Pontiac's muscle car legacy, a true modern collectible from the brand's final golden era. 1997 Chevrolet Camaro SS. 1997 Chevrolet Camaro SS engine, 5.7-liter V8. Transmission, 6-speed MT. Power, 310 horsepower. Torque, 325 lb-ft. As with the Pontiac Firebird Trans Am mentioned above, third and fourth generation Chevrolet Camaros are generally pretty affordable classics. Even clean examples of the IROC Z usually change hands for $15,000 to $25,000. According to Classic.com, fourth-generation Camaro SS models average around $24,305 across the production run from 1997 to 2002. However, the 1997 model year stands out, averaging $32,869, thanks to the release of the 30th Anniversary Edition, celebrating 3 decades of Camaro heritage. What made the 1997 Camaro SS 30th Anniversary Special wasn't just the milestone, it was the exclusive styling package and its rarity. Painted in Arctic white with hugger orange stripes, the look was a clear tribute to the legendary 1969 Indy 500 pace car Camaros. Inside, buyers found white leather upholstery with orange striping and embroidered 30th anniversary logos, along with unique badging that immediately set the car apart. Performance was equally impressive. Under the hood sat the 5.7-liter LT1 V8, rated at 305 horsepower, with SLP engineering offering optional upgrades that could push output higher. With the available 6-speed manual, the SS delivered 0 to 60 miles per hour in the mid-5-second range and quarter-mile runs in the high 13s, making it one of the most capable pony cars of its era. Values reflect its desirability. Hagerty actually values the 1997 Camaro SS 30th Anniversary Edition higher than its Pontiac counterpart, placing excellent examples at $49,800 and pristine concours cars at $65,200. This makes it one of the most collectible modern Camaros and a standout among late 90s muscle cars. Today, the 1997 Camaro SS 30th Anniversary serves as both a tribute to Chevy's muscle car legacy and a legitimate modern collectible, combining retro-inspired looks, strong performance, and increasing rarity. When most people think of muscle cars, their minds jump straight to the tire-shredding beasts of the 60s and 70s. But what about the 1990s? For years, many car fans dismissed that decade as a weaker chapter in muscle car history, overshadowed by emissions rules, rising insurance costs, and the long shadow of the malaise era. But here's the twist. Some 90s muscle cars are now commanding shockingly high prices on the used market. These underrated machines have quietly turned into collector favorites, and their values are climbing faster than you might expect.
No.